the funniest way you've gotten revenge on a teacher? My math teacher was obsessed with professionalism. She acted like our classroom was some corporate office instead of a bunch of exhausted teenagers running on iced coffee and 4 hours of sleep. One day she made a new rule. No unnecessary movement during class. At first we thought she meant no getting up during lectures. Nope, she meant no movement. If you dropped your pencil, too bad. Need tissues? Wait until the bell. Want to sharpen your pencil? Should have prepared better. One guy stood up to stretch his leg because it cramped, and she gave him detention for creating distractions. The entire class hated her after that. So that night, my friend Ava made a group chat called Operation Mannequin. The next morning, every single person walked into class like a robot, completely expressionless, completely silent. We sat down at exactly the same time too, which already made her suspicious. Then class started, and nobody moved at all, not even a little. People were blinking like they were in survival mode. A guy dropped his calculator and just stared at it on the floor for 20 straight minutes like it died in combat. My friend Jenna's hair got caught in her lip gloss, and she just accepted her fate. The teacher looked proud at first, like she finally trained us correctly. Then things got weird. A kid near the window sneezed but refused to lift his arm, so he just sneezed straight forward onto his own desk. Someone's stomach growled insanely loud, but he stayed perfectly frozen while slowly dying inside. The teacher finally stopped mid-lesson and went, "Okay, you can move normally." Nobody moved. She narrowed her eyes. "I said you can move." Still nothing. At this point, the class looked like a low-budget museum exhibit. Then the best part happened. One girl's pencil slowly rolled off her desk. Every single person tracked it with only their eyes like we were possessed. The pencil hit the floor. Nobody reacted. The teacher snapped, "Just pick it up." And this absolute legend in the front row slowly raised her hand without changing expression and said, "Sorry, I didn't want to create distractions." The entire class lost it. Not laughing, because laughing would have ruined the commitment. People were literally shaking, trying to stay silent. The teacher turned bright red and started yelling about disrespect. Then our principal walked in because apparently someone in the hallway heard screaming. He looked around at 30 students sitting, perfectly still in total silence while our teacher was having a complete meltdown. He goes, "What exactly seems to be the issue here?" And before she could answer, the same girl calmly pointed at the classroom rules poster taped to the wall. No unnecessary movement. The principal stared at it for a solid 5 seconds, then at us, then at her, and you could physically see him trying not to laugh. The rule disappeared the next day, so technically, we got revenge by becoming the most obedient class she'd ever had.